There are a lot of people who say that nuclear energy is an old-fashioned type and nothing new is being done. Are there reactors out there that are cutting edge, that are new, that are actually exciting to talk about? I know the ones that South Africa are interested in are possibly not as exciting as some of the ones that you are aware of.
Well, I wrote a book in 2008 called Prescription for the Planet, which, by the way, your viewers can download for free at our website, thesciencecouncil.com. In the book, I talk about fast reactors, and particularly metal-fueled fast reactors, and it's a fantastic technology that consumes nuclear waste as fuel. So all the nuclear fuel, the spent fuel that you have from your current reactors can be used as fuel in that one. Light water reactors consume about 0.6% of the potential energy in uranium. That's all. Fast reactors consume about 100%, so they're over 150 times more efficient when it comes to fuel. Now, that being said, light water reactors, even consuming 0.6%, the cost of fuel is still trivial compared to the amount of energy you're producing. So you can imagine that the cost of fuel is essentially nil when it comes to using fast reactors.
So this type of reactor, would you say that's the kind of the future of nuclear, that it signals a very bright future for nuclear energy?
Very definitely, and speaking with nuclear engineers and physicists around the world about what's the future of nuclear, almost all of them agree that metal-fueled fast reactors are what's going to be used. So at this point, there's only one country that has fast reactors in operation, and that's Russia. They've had the BN 600, which is a 600 megawatt unit, running for over 30 years and very smoothly. Fast reactors are actually easier to run than light water reactors. Russia just brought the BN 800 online, which is a slightly larger version, and they're starting a build on the BN 1200.
And yet they're offering South Africa the VVER 1200, which is a water...
it's a light water reactor, yeah. Right. And, frankly, I'm not privy to the discussions between Russia and South Africa, whether the subject of fast reactors has even come up. But I know that Russia is selling a couple BN 800s to China, and I would think that discussion.
And this is what you would, and this is the kind of thing you would recommend to the South African government to look at rather than the water version.
Well, I definitely recommend fast reactors, because if all these countries say that in the future we're going to be using fast reactors, well, obviously that points to the fact that they're the best option, or at the best option at the moment, and they can close the fuel cycle so that you don't end up with long-lived nuclear waste, because they can burn up all the elements that are radioactive for a long period of time. They consume them as fuel.
Tom, that's interesting you say that, because waste is a huge issue and a huge talking point amongst environmentalists. They're very concerned about waste and what do you do with it. And this sounds like a better option in terms of waste.
Yeah, it basically solves the nuclear waste problem. So, and at the same time extracts just vast amounts of energy. So, to me, I mean, the argument I make in my book and beyond that is, if we can build these now, why don't we build them now? And if it was me making a decision in terms of what type of reactor I'd like to build, I would look at fast reactors definitely, if I could possibly get that type of reactor, and I would also keep an eye on molten salt reactors. That's a technology that was developed at Oak Ridge National Laboratories in the States, and there are several startup companies now that have designs out, and nobody's built a commercial scale one yet. But the technology, the principles have been proven on a reactor that ran for 3 years at Oak Ridge. I would definitely keep an eye on that.